Growth of medieval markets and guild culture. Trade and commerce in the medieval world developed so much that even relatively small communities could access weekly markets in perhaps a day's travel away. Large estate owners, town councils, and some churches and monasteries organized markets and fairs, and they were granted a license to do so by their sovereign, hoping to gain revenue from stallholder fees and boost the local economy as shoppers use peripheral services. Improvements in transportation and banking, as well as the economic development of Northern Europe, caused a boom. In villages, towns, and large cities that have been granted the privilege of a license to do so by their monarch, markets were regularly held in public squares or sometimes triangles in wide streets or even in purpose-built halls. Markets were also organized just outside the many castles and monasteries. Typically held once or twice a week, larger towns might have a daily market that moved around different parts of the city depending on the day or have markets for specific goods like meat, fish, or bread. Merchants had to pay tolls at specific points along the road and critical points like bridges or mountain pass, so only luxury goods were worth transporting over long distance. Bridges such as the Ponte Vecchio provided housing for tradespeople usually living above their shop, which presented a large window onto the street with a stall projecting out from under a wooden canopy. Travel to Florence's historic center is rarely complete without a visit to the Ponte Vecchio. Since 1345, after the destruction of the original wooden bridge in 1333, linking the city's former Roman Forum, present-day Piazza della Repubblica, to the Oltrarno by extending the ancient Cardo. The proportional series 8 16 minuti e 32 secondi, reduced to una 2 minuti e 4 secondi, consciously influenced the lateral dimensions of the bridge's plan, as indicated by Villani. The iconic Ponte Vecchio, a central focus in Florence's historic center. The Vasari Corridor, originally a private passage for the Medici family, connects the bridge to the Uffizi Gallery and the Pitti Palace. It was once accompanied by the Ponte alla Carraia, Ponte alle Grazie and Ponte a Santa Trinità. During World War II, the nearby segmental arch bridges were bombed. Girard Wolfe stopped an attempt to bomb the Ponte Vecchio, and his plaque is featured on the side. 1965, a flood destroyed some of the jewelry shops below, but the bridge was repaired. The Ponte Vecchio is one of the oldest segmental arch bridges in the world. The bridge is still here after 800 years and symbolizes resilience. Porcellino Market. It was built between 1547 and 1551 on a project by Giovan Battista del Tasso and was initially intended for the sale of silks and precious objects. Home to the iconic Boal. Pietre Tacca designed the bronze statue of Secondo Porcellino in about 1634. It is housed in a loggia featuring arches and columns. It is in a central location and easily accessible. A woman rubs the nose of the wild boar after placing a coin in its mouth for good luck. Intricate carvings and ornamentation on the columns and arches showcase acanthus leaves and statues in niche. Under the loggia is a wheel-shaped stone. It indicated the point where debtors were punished. At the end of the 19th century, statues of illustrious Florentines were placed in the angular niche of Michele di Lando by Antonio Bortone, 1895, Giovanni Villani di Gaetano 39, 1890, e Bernardo Cennini by Emilio Mancini, 1889. San Lorenzo Market. The market is housed in a two-story iron and glass building constructed in the late 19th-17th century. The new structures are designed to respect the site and surrounding moments. Its decorative ironwork and large windows characterize it. The Mercato Centrale is dedicated to a bustling food market. Here, you will find a wide array of fresh produce, meats, cheeses, seafood, and other local and seasonal ingredients. Growth of medieval markets and guild culture.